Austin here from Mutation Creation, and in today's Showcase Saturday, we have the Calico gene. And right here we have one of our bigger Calico girls. This is a Calico 100% head for Lavender. Calico is a pretty cool gene. It changes the pattern and also affects the color a little bit. As you can see, we have these really nice whites coming in on the side of the ball python, and it happens on both sides, and that's pretty much what Calico does, as well as it gives you this really nice flaming coming up from the belly and gives you some bands in the pattern and changes the pattern up a little bit and makes the color a little bit darker on the top. We're gonna get in some really cool Calico combos. We don't have too many here, but we do have some really different ones, so let's get straight into that. So right here we have a black pastel Calico, and right away what you're noticing is there's no white on the sides. I know I said Calico gives white on the sides, not inside of every combo. Inside of some of the recessive morphs, it really takes away that white, and even some of the codoms, and that's the case for this one here. This is the black pastel Calico, and you can notice it does have a black pastel pattern and does look a little bit off with the colors. It's a little bit more of a gold tone to it. The dark colors are still holding, but it has really nice flaming coming up from the belly. And something else I noticed about the Calicos is that they have this white checkerding coming down their belly, almost like a pied, but no pied inside of the snake at all. And they often tend to have ringer-like stuff like what you're seeing towards the tail. Right here we have a Calico spot nose, and this is a combo you don't see too much of. And right away I like the head stamp on it. The head stamp kind of happens when you just have spot nose by itself, but the Calico is really helping it tighten up and just stay in the middle of the head there. Once again, we're back to the white sides of the Calico, and with the spot nose it looks really cool. I like all the alien heads and keyholes, especially with how all the bottom of it's white and halfway up it comes this really nice dark gray color. And I really like the deep tones inside of this snake as well. Once again, Calico can bring in some really dark tones and light up at the same time. You're seeing those really bright spots inside of the dorsal. When we look at the belly again, we have that pie-like pattern happening where you have those white blotches, and it almost looks like we have a ringer there, but that's just from the Calico. And we actually took this one step further, so let's get into that snake right now. And here it is. This is the Calico Special spot nose ball python, and this one looks a little bit more crazier. I like how the special came in and brightened everything up a little bit, especially that head. We do have a little dot in the middle there, and Calico once again giving us those really nice white sides. We have a little bit more chaining in the snake. The snake's also 50% hep for pied, so could be from the hep pied, but Calico also tends to chain pattern, especially towards the tail. And once again we have one of those ringers from the Calico, and then a really nice white belly once again. Which one did you guys like better? I prefer the special version over the non-special version, but they both look really cool in their own ways. Right here we have an Orange Dream Enchi Yellow Belly Calico, and it's a pretty cool snake. The next snake is actually going to have one less gene than this, but I wanted to show this one first just so you can get an idea of what Enchi does inside of the Calico. You see these really nice wide eye bands, and it also helps band the pattern over. If you guys remember that first snake, it was very banded, almost looked like it had Enchi, but with Enchi the bands are a lot wider, and then what you notice is the white coming up from the sides comes up a lot higher. Usually Enchi has a color change around halfway, and so does Calico, and together it helps raise that almost up into the dorsal. It really helped clean up all the pattern of the Calico, as well as with the Orange Dream. Orange Dream and the Enchi really work well at cleaning up, and when you add Calico it just gives you this really nice chaining effect and a really clean pattern. And then of course we have Yellow Belly in here helping with the color, giving us those really nice orange flaming coming up. But if we didn't have Enchi in here, it would be a lot more orange, and we're gonna get into that right now. So Calico works really good with Orange Dream and Yellow Belly together, and when all three of them are together you get this snake. This is the Orange Dream Yellow Belly Calico, and I just love the oranges coming up from the belly. They look insane, and the contrast with that with the really dark colors up on top. And I just like how all the pattern is really chained on the snake. Orange Dream and Calico together both chain, so you're getting this effect, and then the Yellow Belly is bringing in all that really nice flaming from the belly and that orange tones. Really cool. Once again we have those white speckling on the sides from the Calico, and some banding on the back as well. Almost look like enchies inside of the snake, but no enchi, it's just the calico banding over. If you guys go back to the beginning of the video and see that first snake, you'll see how many bands it has coming over the back. Very similar to what you're seeing here. Here's the OD Calico Freeway, so Orange Dream, Calico, Asphalt, Yellow Belly, and adding the Asphalt to that last snake really changed it and brightened it up that much more. The Freeways have really nice intense colors, and we have all these really nice peaches in here as well. Peaches from the Orange Dream in there, and if you look at the sides, we have this really nice chaining right over here, like a white chaining, and that's from the Calico. It gives you a little bit of like what you're seeing before with the white speckling, but now they're chained across the sides. And you also get that pied-like belly like we're showing you earlier, and the high white sides. Really cool what they did together. We're trying to make some more Calico Freeway combos in the future. Maybe get the Super Orange Dream in there, and maybe even get some recessives as well. So this is that last Freeway Calico with another dose of Orange Dream on it. So this is a Super Orange Dream Calico Freeway, and adding one more dose of Orange Dream really changed this whole look at the snake. I like how orange it is, especially at the top of the head there, and all the purple tones it brought in as well. And we still have that Calico faint line along the sides where the white would be. It's just a little bit more faint than it was inside the last one. And we also have that high whites coming up from the Calico, and the pixelation on the belly making it look almost like a pied. Such a cool snake, and the dorsal on it looks just amazing. Not too sure what else we can add to this combo to make it look better, but let's move on to the Super Asphalt version. So this is that last snake with a few other genes added and the Super Asphalt version. This is a Pastel Orange Dream Spider Enchi Calico Super Asphalt, and it's also possible Super Orange Dream. It's a little bit hard to tell with all the genes in here, but we're gonna breed him and prove him out really soon. And right away you can see the Calico effect along the sides here. We have that white chaining. It looks amazing in the contrast with the yellows and those purples in the dorsal, as well as that really white belly. There's just so many other genes at play in here. A lot is going on. We have the Super Asphalt, which tends to band over the back, as well as Enchi, which helps the banding and gives you these really wide eye stripes. And then we have Orange Dream in here, which is reducing the head pattern a little bit with the spider, as well as possible Super Orange Dream. We could be changing it that much more. And then of course you have Pastel brightening it. It's a little hard to go explain how every gene interacts in here, but after breeding a few of these combos, you get a really good grasp on how the genes interact and what they do with each other. Now we're going to get into some really crazy combos. Here we have a Pastel Banana Orange Dream Calico, possible Yellow Belly. It's a little bit hard to tell, especially with all the genes in here. And I don't know if I mentioned Lesser, but Lesser's also in the snake. And right away you can see Calico coming in, giving you these really weird white blotches. And what I like most about this snake is that it's missing some of the blotches, and it has blotches in really weird spots. Almost makes it look like parts of the snake are missing. And of course we have the Lesser and the Banana in here, which is giving us this pretty nice almost golden color, and the Pastel is brightening it up and making that head really light. Then we also have the Orange Dream, which is helping erase some of the pattern and chain all the pattern along the sides. And then possibly Yellow Belly, because we're seeing some really nice intense flaming coming up. With the Banana and the Pastel, it kind of washes it out a bit. Sometimes less is more, and this is definitely not the case for this one. This is that same exact genes as that last snake, minus the Pastel, and you can see how well the Pastel worked into that last combo. Here we have a Banana Lesser Orange Dream Calico, and right away you're noticing there's not much white on it again. Just like that first combo I showed you guys without the white, some combos do not have white. That's because we have the Calico Orange Dream and Lesser working together, really taking away all the pattern on the sides and chaining them together. We do have some faint whites coming in the sides here, but you really have to look to go and see it. We also have the really nice flaming coming up from the belly. There's also possible Yellow Belly in the snake as well, but we don't think so because the flaming coming up is more white, just like what the Calico does. This is probably my favorite Calico I've showed so far in the video. This is a Banana Enchi Orange Dream Calico Yellow Belly, and this thing is just amazing. I love the contrast between the yellows and the dorsal, the whites on the side, and then the flaming on the belly. It's really cool. So Calico right away giving you these really nice whites along the sides. And then we have Enchi in here as well, which also helps the white coming up because Enchi tends to have a color change about halfway down the side. It's helping us lift the whites a little bit higher on the ball python towards the dorsal. And Now we also have Orange Dream in here, which helps once again chain the sides with the Calico all the way down to the tail on both sides, looking really cool. And Yellow Belly in here once again, giving us these really nice yellows and orange flaming coming up from the belly, and even adding some purple tones in there with the banana. The snake is just crazy. So this right here is the Lavender Calico, and right away you might be noticing once again no white on the sides, but if you look really closely you can see some of the white speckling coming through. It didn't do what we thought it would inside of the Lavenders. We're hoping that it looks better inside of the Ultramel, but still a really cool snake. It brought in some pink tones. You have to zoom in a lot to really see them, but I think the snake does look really cool. And if you add some other genes into here, maybe the Enchi, the Orange Dream, you can get that really nice chaining along the tail, as well as some more white coming in. So a lot more to do in this project. This is just the base, so doesn't look like much, but a lot of potential in here. So to end off this showcase Saturday, I thought we'd show some really cool pies with Calico inside of them, and we have two right here. The one in this hand over here is an Orange Dream Calico Pied, possible Asphalt / Yellow Belly, and the one in my right hand is an Orange Dream Calico Pied, definitely Asphalt / Yellow Belly. There's a little bit of pixelation in the snake that the Asphalt or Yellow Belly would do to this end of the saddles, but Calico can also do it too, so I'm leaning towards this one just being Orange Dream Calico Pied, and this one having the Asphalt / Yellow Belly. And we'll actually take a look at this one first. So Orange Dream Pied gives you that really nice head stamp and gives you this overall orange color of the snakes. And then when you add Calico inside, you can take a close look towards the borders of the Pied saddles. You can notice we have a color change coming up about halfway and some pixelation in there, almost like what you see on the Enchi ball pythons. That's the Calico working with the Pied. It doesn't give you the white sides, but it does give you a little bit of a color change halfway down the snake. And I noticed it also gives you these really nice green tones into the Pied. Don't know how well it's picking up on the camera, but if you look at the oranges there and those nice greens on the top there, almost golden greens, you can definitely see the color difference. And then when you add the Asphalt or Yellow Belly in there, it makes it that much more popping. We're still getting those green tones in the top of the saddles, but if you look at the end of the saddles, we get this really nice orange color with the jagged. That's the Orange Dream and the Asphalt / Yellow Belly working together. And then of course, once again, we have those different color change on the ends of the saddles, and that's from the Calico in there. Calico doesn't do too much to the pattern, but it does change the color, so hopefully getting Super Orange Dream into this, and maybe even Freeway in the future, could make it look really cool and make it pop. But I'm liking what I'm seeing with the Calico so far. Comment down below what you think about Calico and Pied, and we're working toward Calico Clowns. Probably have some later this year. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be it for today's Showcase Saturday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.